Hi, my name's Nathan. I go by Peteparker, and every week I do reviews of comic books because that's a rule at my house. I review comic books so that I can keep buying comic books. This is going to be the review of Uncanny X-Force number 9, Magneto's big head on the front. This is written by Rick Remender, and the artist is Billy Tan. If you've been reading Uncanny X-Force, Billy Tan took over as of the .1 issue, which I think was the issue right before this one. Maybe it was 2 issues ago. And it's a little bit of a change. They kept the same color artist, who is Dean White, I think. Maybe it's different on this one, because I seem to remember a different color. But anyway, they changed artists, and it's been different, and I don't like the new artist as much as I like the old one, but I'm getting used to it. So there you go. The story in this one, in case you haven't heard yet, basically Magneto finds out some information about a former Nazi person who was in charge of one of his camps when he was interned during World War II, I imagine. And he goes to X-Force and has Wolverine go kill this Nazi guy. So that's basically all that happens in the whole thing. And I really did like the issue. I didn't love it. A lot of the art is weird. I don't particularly like Billy Tan, so there you go. I did like how there wasn't all that much dialogue through a lot of the silent parts that put a lot of weight on the drama of the situation. So that was good. What else? See, there's so much not to say about this book, about this specific issue. It's so different from the other things that have been happening in Uncanny X-Force that my only hope about this is that we find out more about what Magneto asked Wolverine to do for him later on. Because right now, it doesn't have a lot of connection to anything. And so he goes to kill this old Nazi guy who's in Brazil, who escaped to Brazil after the war and then settled down and had a family, and always felt like somebody was coming for him because he did so many horrible things. And he warns Wolverine that Wolverine's victims will come for him at the end of his life also. And then at the very end, it shows this picture. Check this picture out. Right there, see? Now, we'll go that way. That looks a lot like the art from Magneto's Testament or whatever, the flashback story that finally gave us Magneto's real name and kind of gave him some background information about what was happening while he was in the concentration camps. So I was thinking for sure that this chick right here is somebody from that comic who we're kind of supposed to know if we know anything about Magneto, but I really can't tell. And it doesn't jibe with the story because the Nazi guy escaped, went to Brazil, found a woman there, and settled down with a woman in Brazil. But as you can see in that picture, both of those kids are blonde hair, blue eyes, and sitting on a field or a hill with grass on it. Doesn't seem like Brazil. Maybe I haven't been to Brazil. But it's like tan grass and stuff too. So, I don't know. I don't know what got Magneto so upset when he first saw the pictures. Maybe it's just the fact that guy existed. There was one in particular image that looked really bad, if you want an example of bad art. Now, take a look at this. This is good because you have cool stuff in the background, like Deathlock hanging in the air and Magneto, using his powers and stuff. But look closely at Magneto's head, okay? The way his head is in his helmet just looks very, very odd. It looks really bad. And I've heard some other people say that the images of him outside of his helmet were even worse than the ones with him in his helmet. But I don't think those are that bad. Check that out, see? I mean, they're alright. He's kind of a fathead or whatever, but the one with his helmet on is a lot worse. So anyway, the story was quite a departure from what Uncanny X-Force usually is. An interesting note is that this is the first book in Uncanny X-Force where Wolverine actually did the killing that the mission was supposed to do or whatever. Up until now, it's been everybody else. So it's kind of interesting because he's such a lethal character and he's the leader of the group. You would think that he would be ultimately doing a lot of the killing, but it turns out that everybody else is doing killing before he is, and this is probably his eventual chance to do what everybody else on the team kind of already has done. I guess Psylocke kind of already has too, if you count her killing the Shadow King, but she didn't really. I don't think she even banished his astral form, actually. So, who knows? Maybe she's next. And because the next cover in the back here goes into the crazy Archangel thing, so we'll see where they're going with that next. So there you go. Some people didn't like this story because it's so different. Some people really liked it because it's so different. I didn't like the art so much as everything else, but I liked the story generally, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It's just average. It's not great. It's not bad enough that I would drop the book or, tentatively pick up the next issues. I'll definitely continue buying the next issues unless the next few after this are just as different as this. So there you go, 3 out of 5. Check it out. Uncanny X-Force is awesome. So thanks for watching, and you can follow me on YouTube at SPIDY207, that's Spidey207, or Peteparker on Comic Vine, on Marvel and DC databases, and on iFanboy. Check out all those sites, they're all awesome. Alright, thanks a lot. See you next time.